Hello, welcome to another video Uptown Music Lesson. My name is Gio Andollo, and today we're going to talk about different kinds of notes. Now, we've talked about notes in general before, but it was in a different sense. I said that notes are pitched sounds. While that's still true, we also use the word note to refer to the symbols that are used to represent those pitched sounds. In this sense, notes are like letters. Consider the letter A. We know that this letter makes a sound ah, but there's also a way to represent that sound by this written symbol. In music, written notes are like the alphabet, a way of visualizing the notes that we hear so that they can be written by a composer or songwriter and read by others, either by singing or playing them on an instrument. And just as the English alphabet has 26 different letters, there are several different kinds of notes, some of which we'll discuss now. So the first kind of note that we'll talk about is called a whole note. This is what it looks like, a circle. And a whole note is usually held for 4 beats. So if this is my beat, a whole note would be held for 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 beats long. So if you saw this note in a piece of music, you would play it for 4 beats. 3, 4. Now I like to think of whole notes as a pizza, a whole pizza. If I were to cut the pizza like this into 4 slices, then you can think of each of these slices as being equal to 1 beat. The 4 beats together make one whole note. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's it. That's the whole note. We're going to come back to it in a couple minutes. Let's talk about a different kind of note, half note. These also have a circle like the whole note, but they also have a line that extends up or down. This line is called a stem, and the circle is called a note head. The whole note that we looked at has only a head, while the half note has both a note head and a stem. And the half note has a duration of 2 beats. So if this is my beat, then the half note will sound like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Looking back at our pizza, a half note would take up 2 of these slices, or half the pizza. And thus, 2 half notes together would take up the same amount of time as one whole note. So let's say that this is my beat, and here are my half notes. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Then these low notes would be my whole notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alrighty, the next kind of note is called a quarter note. It looks similar to the half note, except that the note head is actually filled in. Quarter notes are typically equal to 1 beat. So if this is my beat, the quarter note would sound like right in sync with the beat. If we look at our pizza again, we'll see that quarter notes are equal to 1 slice, or 1/4 of the pizza. And that it takes 4 quarter notes to be equal to 1 whole note. By the same logic, 2 quarter notes would be equal in duration to 1 half note. And the last type of note that we're going to cover today is called an eighth note. It looks similar to the quarter note, except that it also has either a flag, which looks like this, or if there are 2 or more eighth notes side by side, you might see a beam that connects them. Eighth notes have a duration of half of 1 beat, or they only make up half of one of our slices of pizza. So if I cut this slice in half, each of these smaller pieces would be equal to 1 eighth note. So these 2 eighth notes would be equal in duration if you combine them or play them side by side to the quarter note. Okay, so let's put all this information together. Let's say that this is my beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. My eighth notes would sound like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Here are my quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. My half notes. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and my whole notes. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, let's actually play through all the notes we've just learned, as written here on the board. We'll start by simply clapping along. I'll count us in. 1, 2, 3, whole note. 1, 2, 3, half note. 1, 2, 1, 2, quarters, and eighth notes. Let's start over. Whole note. 3, 4. Half note. 2, 3, 4. Quarter notes and eighth notes. Great, hopefully you didn't have any trouble keeping up there. Now we're going to try actually playing it on our instruments. Play either the note C or the C major chord along with me. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great, so that's how the different kinds of notes look, how they relate to the beat, and how they relate to each other. And we even got to talk about pizza. I hope this lesson helps, but please post any questions or comments you may have below, and please subscribe for many more music lessons to come. Until next time, peace.